Steve Judson here with Dr. Eddie Martinez, and we got an amazing announcement coming for you, that Mission Upper Cervical. We've had people after us to do it, and our schedules are crazy with 9 kids between us. And Eddie Martinez, we're back at it, brother.
That's right. That's right. It's a long time coming, trying to get our schedules together, but there's been a big demand, people asking us to bring it back. And it's an honor to being asked that and being able to share what we've learned and been shared with us in the past.
Yeah, and you were brilliant the way you did this, because we're trying to figure out where to do it. We're going to do it in Venice, Florida, right by my house, because I still got some young kids and it's tough to figure out my weekends, which keeps messing it up. So it's an easy avenue for people to fly into Sarasota or Tampa and make their way down to Venice to have an awesome weekend. And that's what we really want to create. We've been brainstorming this for about 6 months. And the first thing is learning to adjust, how to analyze and adjust the upper cervical spine. And what ways are we going to teach them to do that, Eddie?
Well, we're going to do, our big thing and the stuff that we went through, in school and training and seminars. We started off on upper cervical, knee, chest. That was our bread and butter. That was our origins. And I think as we went into practice and got more experience, we took the blinders off and got into situations where we had to adjust differently, but still with the same goal and clearing out the atlas. And whatever way we have to do it, that's the way we got to do it. So we just want to share our experience and, whether it's knee, chest, toggle, lighter force, I think you call it the Walsman, right?
Yeah.
Using an instrument, whatever we got to do, we'll the goal is to, clear that atlas, clear the scans, and, just transform people's lives. And that's just the way to do it.
And the biggest thing that we've seen them get from the past ones we've done is they learn how to actually get a listing. They learn what the listings are, which is amazing how many people don't know how to do that. So we're going to show you how to get that. And then an analysis as to whether or not they need that upper cervical adjusted or left alone, which is you'll walk away with probably about 4 or 5 different ways to address it, to adjust it, which we'll get into the nuts and bolts between us, almost 50 years of practice on different types of people and personality types that need to be adjusted differently so you can maintain them, get the results, and build a volume practice. And that's one of the biggest things, Eddie, in the past, we've done this and people were excited. We'd have 50 people there and then they'd go back home and their brain got a little confused. And we want to really get into, what's the mindset of why we do this and what holds people back, their mental blocks.
Right. We want to make sure the big thing is for me is always, remember why you started. And that's one of the things that we try to just, start with the mindset, what's going on in their mind, what's going on in their heart, and, remove any of those blocks or rocks or interference to what's going on there. So that way we can grow, keep learning and succeed. But, the big thing is to remember, why you started. And that's where people get their passion from. This is, to look back, sometimes we lose that along the way over the years. Or even when you go to a seminar and you get fired up and you're like, this is it, this is what I'm going to do. But then, sometimes we get, stuff gets thrown out onto us, all the crap gets stuck onto us. And then we kind of lose that vision or that, or forget the reason why we're doing what we're doing.
And that's why we'll create a platform to stay connected.
That's why that's why we're doing this.
Yeah. There's a huge need for it because we have had a ton of students want us to come to the schools and it's like, we can't be in 4 different places. That's why this works. And, when you come, you don't have to bring anything at all, but other than be rested, because once we start at 8 a.m. registration and we get going, we fire through this and you're not going to leave the building. We are going to feed you. We'll have some breakfast there in the morning. We'll have lunch for you. And then we're going to feed you at night. So we're going to keep you in the learning environment. There's going to be no breaks. I mean, there's no break. It's training, because once you're in that learning mode, we want it to all, sink into your subconscious mind. And then just, you don't have to think about a darn thing. And then it's going to be when we break away from the hands-on training with the upper cervical work and the drills that we do, which is one of our favorite parts, when we start doing the drills and they get in rhythm with the music. That's awesome. Is now creating their purpose. Like, what's your purpose in life? Where's your heart at, and what's stopping you? And that's when we get in this environment of we call it the pit, where we're gonna all sit together. We'll probably go back to my house and we'll do some visionary tasks, some goal writing, what's blocking you. We'll have an open conversation. We'll have some quiet time and then a meditation where it's like, all right, who am I really in this walking chiropractic and how can I serve more people? That's where we'll see things really blow up for people.
Yeah, that's why I think we call it mission of cervical, because it's one thing to have a practice and see if help some people, but it's bigger than that. It's a mission, and we've been on mission trips and where we see thousands of people in a few days, and we kind of want to bring that into your office where it's a mission style office, but you have a structure. And again, everything starts with your mindset and your purpose, and you keep that, and everything. There's nothing can stop you. And like you said, I like it. The drills are phenomenal. It's fun, but we want to exhaust you. We want to exhaust you into an innate state, right? There's nothing left, and an innate state. Then we get back into a circle, a pit, like you said, and that's when the real changes and transformation happen.
Yep. And then at the end of it, there's no end. We don't cut you loose. We're going to hold your hand. We're going to be there for you. We're going to have a way to stay in communication, because that's one mistake we made in the past, is we just got back to our busy life where we realized we saw some people now who are coming back around that just need help, guidance, questions, where we're going to make ourselves available. We'll have a team around it that can help us do that, which is, Araceli and Tammy, and we'll have an avenue for if the wives have questions, what's the mission, getting on board with chiropractic. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And we're going to make DEs our home base. We're going to be there in January. So if you have questions, come to it. But today, listening to this, we want you to start signing up so we can see, if our office is going to be big enough or if we need to get a hotel, but I think the office will be fine for this round. So how can it's February 25th. How can they reach out to us and how can they start registering, Eddie?
Right. So February 25th is a Saturday. Like you said, it's an intensive all day thing, started at 8 a.m. You can reach out. We have a Facebook page, Mission Upper Cervical, and go in there. Araceli's creating an event, whatever you call it, an event site or whatever. But also the quickest thing and the fastest thing right now is you can call 786-201-0697. So if you don't do the Facebook page, just call 786-201-0697. Call there, register, and we'll get you in.
So listen, guys, hesitation is the death to success. So this is not just going to be teaching you to adjust, but it's going to adjust your heart, to blow up your practice, to create a volume practice, to succeed in life and find your purpose. When you're on purpose and you have a mission in life, you become unstoppable. And that's what we're creating here. That's what we're going to do together. So you don't have to feel you're alone in this. And we want chiropractic to freaking take over the country, take over the world as the primary healthcare. And we're going to help lead the way, do this, because it's about time. So God bless you. And Eddie, I'm looking forward to this, pal.
Let's do it, man. Can't wait.
Ciao, guys.